What's going on, Socialites, and welcome back to another Global Pokemon Society Draft League battle. We're still in week number 2 here of Season A, and we got a match between the Buffalo Bidoofs and the Black City Zekrom. These two teams used to be division rivals in the North Division. Now Black City's been moved to the South Division, so this is just a game slated on their schedule. No division battle here. But both of these teams really wanting a win, as we see the teams here on either side. And Black City lead off with Parasect and Tyranitar. They've been going with the sand team. A very heavy sand team. The Buffalo Bidoofs leading off with Ninjask and Regigigas. Now, last week, I do think Buffalo had a chance to do some baton pass shenanigans that really could have propelled them to victory, but they swapped out the Ninjask instead of going for Baton Pass, which is kind of weird, and that kind of threw away a game for them. So we'll have to see what they go for here. Parasect with the Rage Powder. Ninjask goes for the U-turn, so it's going to switch out right away. Does some nice damage onto Parasect. Oh, we see here Buffalo's controller is dying. Let's see if they can reconnect it. Yep, okay, maybe. This might be the most crucial moment of the battle here. Alright, looks like they do switch back to Blaziken. Tyranitar with the Rock Slide. Big damage onto Blaziken. That had to be a critical hit. And Regigigas flinches. So not even a critical hit on Blaziken, which is kind of crazy because that's just big damage. Blaziken's so weak defensively. And since Blaziken got swapped in this turn, it's not going to get the speed boost. And we don't see any protect on Blaziken. Another perhaps big mishap here. Parasect again with another Rage Powder protecting its teammate Tyranitar. Blaziken's going to go first though and get a Blaze Kick off, which will take out Parasect. And Tyranitar connects again on those Rock Slides. Big damage. Taking out Blaziken in the Earthquake. Now, they went for Earthquake over Drain Punch, which is pretty interesting because Drain Punch would have done way more damage. So each Pokemon on each team goes down. Blaziken and Parasect. Blaziken, one of Buffalo's best offensive users. So we'll have to see what Black City has in the back, though, to keep this momentum up. Can they take down Regigigas before its slow start finishes? Ninjask comes back out for Buffalo, and Donphan takes the field for Black City. Donphan with the Ice Shard does big damage on the Ninjask, but not enough to get it out of substitute range. Ninjask dodges the Rock Slide this time. Let's see, will Tyranitar get a flinch here? No flinch. Here's a big Drain Punch. Not enough to knock out Tyranitar, but Regigigas will get a little bit of recovery here. Sandstorm chipping away at Ninjask. Ninjask with the speed boost. It could go for a U-turn to knock out Tyranitar here, but it looks like it's going to opt for the Baton Pass. So it has the +1 speed boost and the substitute to pass. Alright, Donphan's going to break this Ice Shard, though. So now Ninjask will only be passing the speed boost. Snorlax comes out. Another Rock Slide from Tyranitar. Big damage onto both of these Pokemon. Regigigas goes with the Earthquake. That will be enough to take out Tyranitar, but it also does some damage to Snorlax. Regigigas so close to being in the red there. The leftovers keeping it from being chipped down by the sand. I think this is Regigigas' last turn of slow start. And Cradily is going to be the last Pokemon for Buffalo. Regigigas with the Protect. Snorlax with the Rest. And he's got Lumberries, so he'll wake up right away. This one, Black City, thought that they had them low. They come back. Lumberry not waking Snorlax up, though, so not the same as Rest and Chesto. Maybe that's not a Lumberry. Maybe that's an Aguave Berry. I would have thought they would have had something to wake Snorlax up right away. And no Sleep Talk either, so that's kind of interesting. Because Rest means that you're going to be asleep for the full 3 turns. Big damage from Regigigas. So now Regigigas is a threat, and Black City wasn't able to knock it out early on. I have to see if Cradily has Protect. This would be a good turn to Protect, and Donphan has to go for that high horsepower to try to knock out Regigigas here, because it's getting the recovery now without the sand. And no Protect from Cradily, so that's really unfortunate. Cradily's going to go down. And with that, Buffalo definitely has this game in hand here. Donphan is not going to be able to take out both of these Pokemon. There's the high horsepower, though, into Regigigas.
I love that.
Regigigas goes for the Protect. Snorlax does wake up, goes for the Body Slam. I'm not sure why you would Protect and not just double attack and kill Donphan here. And the body slam takes out Donphan. And with that, the Buffalo Bidoofs taking game number 1. Black City just not enough offensive pressure to break through Regigigas here. I have to see if Black City brings something a little more offensive. Looks like Buffalo isn't going to be bringing the baton pass. They're bringing Lickilicky instead of Ninjask. Black City leading off with Tyranitar and Donphan this time. So no Parasect. And the Bidoofs with Blaziken and Regigigas. Without Parasect, Blaziken is going to be able to go for this close combat right away. Tyranitar should go for a Protect here. Regigigas with the Protect. No Protect from Tyranitar though, and it's going to go down real quick to this close combat. I mean, who saw that coming? Pretty obvious. Just didn't want to play around it at all. Donphan with double team. Very interesting. That is something I did not even know Donphan could learn. That mixed with the Sand Veil ability will give it a bunch of evasion. It could even be holding the Bright Powder item. Mawile comes in. It's going to get Intimidate on these two physical Pokemon. Ooh, Buffalo's going to swap out here. That will reset Regigigas' slow start. Doesn't want to keep the Titan in. Wow. It has the -1 attack stat. Lickilicky will neutralize the effects of the Sandstorm. So that means no Sand Veil. Big play rough into Lickilicky. And then a high horsepower as well. Really doing some big damage there. Buffalo with a lot of spread moves that damage their own teammate. Huge high horsepower there. And then the play rough does finish off Lickilicky. Earthquake doing damage to Mawile, but next to nothing to Donphan. So sturdy on the offensive side. Snorlax just out of that Aguave Berry range too, it seems. Buffalo just throwing out Earthquakes and Selfless Abandon. Donphan's going to take out Snorlax. Mawile with the play rough. Earthquake takes down Mawile, though. That's going to leave this as a 2v2 showdown. Nidoking comes out for Black City, and Blaziken enters the battlefield again for the Buffalo Bidoofs. Nidoking with a big Sludge Wave. It's not going to be that effective against Donphan, but still does some decent damage. Ooh, Donphan with the double team and Sandveil. Dodging the close combat. And then knocking out Blaziken with a high horsepower. Regigigas not able to do enough to Nidoking. And Black City comes back in game number 2. So we're going to get game number 3 here. Regigigas can try to get off a bunch of protects. Stall out the last few turns of the slow start. That's about all they can try and do. Regigigas fails on the second protect. Nidoking finishes it off with the flamethrower. Black City taking game 2. Going definitely a lot more offensive. I have to see if they keep that offensive pressure in game 3 and how Buffalo reacts to that. Buffalo switches things up again, bringing Ditto here, and Black City again leading off very offensive with Nidoking and Tyranitar. Black City staring down Blaziken and Regigigas again. This was the same lead from last game. Let's see if Tyranitar stays in. No, Tyranitar does switch out this time. Black City learning from the quick KO they got last time. Mawile is going to get Intimidate on both of these Pokemon. Nidoking with a Sludge Wave. Doesn't affect Mawile that switched in, and big damage. Close combat from Blaziken. Still taking a nice chunk out of Mawile. The Life Orb, though, keeping Blaziken real low. The Zen Headbutt from Regigigas. Getting a little bit of damage on Nidoking. Blaziken with the speed boost. But it's going to die to the next Life Orb recoil. Buffalo reeling, not sure what they want to do here. They decide to switch Regigigas back out. Brings in Snorlax. Mawile with a sucker punch onto Blaziken. It's not very effective, but it is enough to take out Blaziken at its low life total. And then another Sludge Wave from Nidoking. Not doing much against the special defensive tank of Snorlax. Ditto's gonna come in. It's gonna copy Nidoking. No Earth Power. Ditto with the Ice Beam. Takes out its counterpart Nidoking. Mawile goes for Ice Fang. Big damage onto Ditto. And Snorlax with the Earthquake. This might knock out its own teammate. It does. It gets a knockout on both Mawile and the Ditto. There's a lot of Pokemon with Earthquake on Buffalo's team and nothing that can pair with it. Donphan comes out for Black City. Regigigas back onto the battlefield for the Bidoofs. And Tyranitar comes back in. Snorlax has to keep going for that Earthquake. Not able to do much against Tyranitar otherwise. Tyranitar with a big Rock Slide. Huge damage on both these Pokemon. Will any of them flinch is the question. Donphan with the high horsepower takes out Snorlax. Regigigas does get the Drain Punch off. Decent damage onto Tyranitar. But now it's a 2v1. Similar situation to last game. Regigigas is going to have to try to break through this slow start. But even then, I don't see it KOing Donphan with Earthquake. Regigigas does get another Protect off, though. So it's trying. It's trying very hard here. The sand is gone. Tyranitar with the Rock Slide. Regigigas. Oh! Doesn't survive that critical hit. I don't even know if it would have survived because now the Rock Slide was single target. But the critical hit definitely sealed it up as the Black City Zekrom take the match against the Buffalo Bidoofs 2-1. Let me know what you thought of the match, everybody. What do you think of Black City's Sand Team? Free agency starts next week. Will they make some changes to it? Will Buffalo make any changes to their team now that they've started 0-2? As always, stay classy, Society.